Hi, in a previous video we have explained how to create an Azure virtual machine. It was Linux virtual machines that we created, and we connect to it by using SSH, username and password. In this video we will explain how to create an Azure virtual machine and how to connect to it by using SSH with key pair. So I create a virtual machine. I select the subscription, the resource group, the VM, let us name it VM11, region, availability zone, standard, and authentication type, SSH public key. It's Azure user. I can generate or I can create a new one. Or I can use an existing public key. So I will maybe an existing public key that was used for another Azure virtual machine. So I will create a new key pair, VM11 underscore key, and I'm allowing the selected port to be open inbound, which is SSH22. Review plus create. Okay. And then create. Now, once I hit create, I will obtain this warning. An SSH key pair contains both a public key and a private key. Azure doesn't store the private key, so I have to store it on my own PC. After the SSH key resource is created, you won't be able to download the private key again. So it's only my option here to download the private key now. And I hit download private key. And the deployment of the virtual machine will start. It's still deploying. So it should be good. We have a record that the creation has been succeeded. Let us check. Okay, what I will do is I will log out and log in again. And this is the multi-factor authentication. I just passed it. Now let us see if the VM has been created. It's good. So let us click on connect, and I can see that I have to, first I need to connect to the public IPS, to the private IP. If I need to connect to the private IP, I need to have like a connection such as express route or point to site connection and so on. I will connect to the public IP. There is two options. An option that is here, SSH using Azure CLI. This quickly connect in a browser. Private key is not required. Let us select this one now. And as you see, it goes through validation steps, like to see, for example, if port 22 is open, if there is a public key, public IP available. And I understand I have to select it, configure and connect. With this option, when I click configure and connect, with this option it requires a storage account. Let us wait a little bit more. Okay. And as you see, it has been in the browser. We have like a new section here, and it says you have no storage mounted. Azure Cloud requires an Azure file share to persist files. This will create a new storage account for you, and it will incur a small monthly cost. So I will create the storage account. Create storage. Okay. Yes. And as you see, I'm connected to the VM11. So this is one way. close. The second way is this one, native SSH. By using native SSH, you connect to the VM from your PC, from outside of Azure. So I click select, and it will go through verification steps. Once the verification steps are completed, I can connect by using this command, ssh-i, and I have to specify the path to the private key that was created. If you remember, it was vm11_key.pm. So instead of id_rsa, I have to put vm11_key.pm, and I have to use Azure user. If you remember, the username was Azure user at the public IP. And this one I can run it from like PowerShell, and it will prompt me to accept the key. So once I click yes, I will be able to connect to the machine. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful, and I would like to thank you for viewing.